What's going on, man? How you doing?
Hey, top of the day to you.
It's
How was your weekend?
it was good. I was just trying to rest. I,
What do you mean trying to rest, man? There's no rest in this game, man. Yeah.
uh, nah, I
No,
actually did, I actually did
you
some work.
you do gotta lay down a little bit and try to get yourself a little bit of rest though, man. Especially on the weekends, because you're burning yourself out during the weekdays from Monday
Yeah,
through Friday. And but we're also working, both of us, all of us are working on the weekends. But you do have to try to on the weekends, you do have to let your hair down a little bit. You
yeah,
have to. Because else
yeah.
else you'll be wound up too tight, man. You go 2, 3 weeks wound up like that, and stuff
Nah,
starts popping and shaking. So you gotta
it was two,
gotta
three
let
weeks
that go,
straight.
man.
It was 2, 3 weeks straight of just straight work. And the weekends is actually where I get the most work done because nobody wants meetings on the weekend. And you don't get you don't get any work done when you have meetings.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right, bro. So listen, I want to get right to it. I had a meeting with Bentley earlier today, and I actually had last week I wanted to cover some things with you, but I could see what you were doing, right? And I was like, no, I'm backing away. I'm letting him have some time to himself
Yeah,
because I could see what you were doing, man, and everything that it was
yeah.
requiring. It needed your attention, and you did a
I appreciate
phenomenal
that.
job. And I looked at the whole video, man.
Oh, you
It
watched it?
was it was awesome. Well
It was
done, bro. Well
good.
done, man. I'm like,
Ah,
I'm like, well
yeah,
done, bro.
yeah. The information from the beginning to the end was actually really, really, really in depth and good. I was like surprised myself. And Amanda, she's a
Bro,
great moderator. She's a great moderator.
she really
Yeah,
is. Yeah, we found
yeah.
another gift in Amanda, man.
I
That's a
know.
good
No,
thing,
she's a
bro.
great public
Yeah,
speaker, man.
yeah. So listen, I I applaud what you guys are doing.
Yes,
Bentley and
sir.
I are when you move, we move just like that.
Yes, sir.
We moving together,
Yes,
right?
sir.
We're
Yes,
moving
sir.
together, right?
Yes, sir.
And one of the things that I think we really now need to nail down, and I talked to Bentley, he was in agreement with me.
Yes.
So we need to nail down the onboarding workflow
Right.
of all of those new 30-day
Yes.
subscription trial
Yes. I have
members.
21, 21 people
We
so
need
far. And I
we
have a
need
meeting
to
today with my
how
team.
many?
So I have
How many?
21 that have LOIs, but there's a meeting
Yeah.
with one at 1:40 today. So maybe
So we need to lay out what that workflow onboarding looks like, what it needs to look like in the platform, right? And it needs to include potentially uh, maybe a download of whatever you currently have, into a maybe an Excel file or a
hmm
CSV file so that we can upload it and ingest it into the system for you.
hmm
So they all don't have to do a whole lot,
Right.
because they've already filled out some forms.
Right.
Let's ingest
Yeah,
that into the
yeah.
platform. Amen. And but then we need to very clearly talk about what communications you
Right.
want to send to them,
hmm
and it might be a cover letter or something like that you want to send to them, introducing them into their trial, their 30-day
Right.
trial, right?
Okay.
and
Yep.
and how they get access to it. Letting them know that their data, that they've already supplied has already been ingested into the platform, right?
hmm
We need to talk about, like, over the 30-day subscription, like how exactly are we transitioning them to a paid subscription? We need to
Yeah.
just share that with them very clearly so they understand what they're getting into. This is not a forever
Right.
situation. 30 days, kick the tires, come on and see what it's all about. And
Right.
then on the 31st day, there's a billing. This is what that billing looks like. If you're
Right.
interested, if you're not, this is how you get out of it, right?
Right.
That needs to be
Right.
very clear, right? So nobody can say they felt like we didn't
Are
communicate or
we,
we didn't tell them.
and we're recording this, so I'll have notes of this. Okay.
Yeah, yeah. And so that's kind of the gist of it, but I think between now and Friday,
Yeah.
uh, we need to nail that down. That process needs to
Okay.
be done, and we need to give that to Bentley so Bentley can go do what he does. Right, the mad
Okay.
scientist.
Yeah.
He can go make sure all this gets automated, and boom, bro.
Yeah.
I just got finished seeing, man, some stuff that Bentley has been working on, bro. He
Yeah.
just showed me this morning,
Yeah.
and bro, the guy blew me away, man. I mean,
Yeah.
he's been working on some AI onboarding stuff,
It's
man.
the
It's
perfect
just,
timing for it, man.
oh my goodness, brother.
I have some deals I need to run by you because I made like I have some deals with classmates that I need to run by you.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right.
but
So,
do you want what do you want
so
where do you
let's
want to start with this onboarding? Where do I start putting it
so
at?
I'd like for you to kind of sit down and put it in a Google Doc.
Okay.
Put your mind based on what we just talked about. Just
Yeah.
lay it out in a Google Doc what you're thinking,
Okay.
right? And then I'll you know how you do. You do phenomenal
Yeah.
work, man. I just
Yeah.
want to
Yes,
I
sir.
just want to take a look at it after you're finished with it and have
Okay.
Bentley and I put our heads to it, and maybe by midday tomorrow,
Yeah.
we've got that nailed down, and we
Okay.
can pass it over to Bentley and say,
Sounds
okay,
good.
B, go ahead, man, do your magic, man.
Real quick, if you were to just give me a quick like overview of like what are the potential steps? Because like I just want to know. So like user gets invite, like an email welcome letter, right? Then they click through
Oh,
that.
so let's back it up. Let's back
Yep.
it up one step. So you need to ingest
Mm-hmm.
whatever
Data.
potential client data you've already collected. We
Right.
need to ingest that into the platform, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's step one. We got to get that ingest
Is
done,
there like a
right?
format, like a CSV format, like so like name, business name, email, phone number?
You know what? There is a format that's
Yeah.
are you able to get to the format that's in the platform, the
Yeah,
onboarding
so
format
I
that's
can see that. I can see that. So I'll follow that.
okay.
Yeah, I have
Yeah, so
access
just
to all
follow
that.
that. Yeah. Yeah, to the degree that we can leave it the
Yeah.
same and just add some things to it, then that's even easier. We don't have
Okay.
to rewrite everything because that's already programmed in the platform, right?
Right.
So that's the right place to start, Nate. It
Okay.
is.
Sounds good. And then I'll follow that up. Like what are some things that we want them to leave with or join with, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Then we've got to next is to come up with an email letter of some type,
Yep.
something that you want emailed to them that basically says, "Hey guys, this is what we've done. Thanks so much. You're phenomenal at that, right? And oh, by the way, we've offered you a 30-day subscription, blah, blah,
Yep.
blah, blah, blah. And that subscription is going to start on next
Right.
week,
Yep.
next
Yep.
Monday,
That's
right?
perfect. That's perfect.
And it's going to run for 30 days. And
Yep.
during that time, you'll be introduced to the platform. You can go on, you can complete your profile, you
Mm-hmm.
can, see what it's all about, kick the tires, ask questions.
So,
We Go ahead.
so I think the 30-day trial they're looking for is to connect your website, right? Not like
Connect
just
your website. Yes.
okay, perfect.
Connect your website. That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Okay.
And anyone that wants more than that, we
Yeah.
need to set up some sidebar meetings with them, right? But right now, this is just the connect your website phase, right?
Okay.
And if we connect your website and get that at phase one, if you want something else later, we'll talk to you about that and we'll make that happen for you. But right now, it's just to connect the website phase.
Sounds good.
Just
So-
make it easy.
All right. So wait, I think I got everything I need from that, and I can get working on that. But I wanted to know your thoughts. What you thought about the event? Like, what were your thoughts?
Bro, it was crazy, man. It was crazy. It hit all
Yeah.
of my palate when it comes to looking at a webinar
Right.
and asking myself, is this something I would want to be a part of? And if I was a part of it, how excited would I be? And what are the kind of things that I would want to see next happen?
Yeah.
It hit everything to me, you know.
That's-
The speakers were excellent. Um, it was a good duration in terms of each speaker, how
Yeah.
long they spoke and what they spoke about. Um, and and Amanda was phenomenal. I mean, she
Yeah.
was a phenomenal
Just like picking
facilitator.
up what they were saying, she was putting it into jokes, and then she was like transition to the next question. I was like, if I would have done this myself, I wouldn't have had as much charisma to do that. I would have just
No, no,
like next
no.
question.
No,
Like
no, she was charisma personified. She
yeah,
was. It was like she was an old rock star
yeah.
journalist that did this, that hosted,
So
national meetings on a
she's done
regular
it. She's
basis,
done it on the
right?
corporate level, so
She's
she brought that energy to it. Yeah,
yeah, she brought that skill set very clearly to the table, right? This is a good thing because
yeah.
we're going to be doing a lot of this,
You
right?
can
And
replicate that model. It's a model that's replicable. So like,
That,
yeah,
that is a national replicatable model that
yeah,
HH has established, has
yeah,
developed. That
yeah,
that's a beautiful thing. And you can have, different speakers and different panelists,
yeah.
and yeah, eventually I
Heather,
see
Heather,
potentially having Bentley, be
yeah.
one of the panelists and talk a little bit about the roadmap of where this technology is going in the future, and what they can embrace now, but what's happening sooner than later, right? To keep them on the excitement wave of what's to come. um but I think this first phase here there has to be a very um a balance of, hey, we want you to come in, and they need to understand what is the expectation. What are we're inviting you into this partnership
Right,
because we want your feedback,
right.
right? We're kicking our platform off, and
Yeah,
hey, there are going to be some tweaks. There are going to be
yeah.
some things we need to learn. There are going to be some QA issues here or there, and we want your feedback. And you are really, you got to make them feel like they're a real partner here
No, no,
in
and that's
this.
that's what I wanted to do when I called them an early adopter because I told when I met
Yeah,
with
yeah. Use that terminology. Use
yeah.
that terminology. That's
So when I
good
met with
terminology.
one of them, I said, look, I'm in this program just like you're in this program. We're all just getting
Right.
started. So like I want
Yeah.
to invite you for a free trial, but we also need your feedback. Like
Right.
because like we're
Yes.
we're 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 getting out there with our product for the first time. Another thing I was
Yes.
gonna ask you about is like what were your thoughts about Heather, the grant writer?
Oh, I loved Heather, man. She
Yeah,
just great energy.
yeah.
The things that she spoke about.
In the presentation too, it was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was all great, man. Heather came across very, very engaging.
Yeah.
I'm here to help. I want to get involved. I'm ready to roll up my sleeves. She came across very, very well. I thought
So
very Go ahead.
oh, I was gonna say the reason why I asked that is because she wants to bring like all the Habitat for Humanities to get the software. So I've created like a deck for that. I'm gonna send to you. Like I have a few deals that I want to start kicking off. But we got to be ready for them. It's a lot of energy coming if we
Yeah,
yeah,
so the only thing I'll tell you now is
yeah,
let's phase everything. Like for
yeah,
instance, this first phase is like those first 21 LOIs, right?
yes,
That's
yes,
phase one, right? And for the next 30 days, that should be all we work on is those 21 LOIs. And anybody else that comes in that wants
yeah,
to come in after them, because I think that 21 is a good user group to to
yeah, it
to work
is.
with in
And
terms
each
of
of them have their
QA. And
own like constituents that they need to bulk upload into their connected website. So yeah. Another thing I was gonna say to you was I also want to see if I can start scheduling like some quick one-on-ones with like you and me because I want you to start understanding like some of the makeup of some of these deals. Like not just you and me, but like you, me, and the person, like the potential partner, right?
right,
So there's like about like four deals, including the Latoya one you met with, the woman you met with,
right, yeah,
that are big ones, like big ones.
okay,
So
okay,
and they're really eager to get going. So I have presented presentations for each of them. I haven't sent them to them yet. and I was gonna start running them through like so. I already told Amanda about all of these, but it's just like so much for her to process all of it and everybody else.
So
So like I want to make sure
yeah,
that I'm getting our team aware of what's going on before I go and get
yeah,
it going. You know, because like
yeah,
once we
yeah,
get it going, it's gonna go. It's gonna go. You know, like we gotta.
yeah.
Yeah,
But I caution you, Nate, to
yeah,
this because you're very good at priming the engine.
yeah.
You're phenomenal at that, bro, priming the engine, right? But I really want to caution you to making sure that the next 30 days we
Yes.
really, really work on um, the company's onboarding to what? Onboarding to a dashboard. That's so once we get the onboarding workflow discussion right,
You
I
gotta
next
set
want
the
to start
dashboard.
working with you on the dashboard. In other
Yes.
words, when they do onboard, what does the dashboard look like? What do we want them to have access to? What do we want them to be able to do? So it's real clear, right? And it doesn't have to be a whole lot in the first 30 days. It could just be three things that we want them to do on the dashboard right
Okay.
now, right? And then after those 30 days, the dashboard may go from three things to six things, right? That they have access to, right? And then, 90 days from now, it goes from six to 12 things that they have access to. So we can roll functionality out and
Okay.
not give it all to them like immediately. We can kind of tell them, hey, this is all we want you to focus on over the next 30 days. There's more functionality available, but we don't want to overwhelm you, right? Make sense?
Yes, sir. And then also they had me presenting at the virtual. They have like a
Bentley
virtual.
just came on too, by the way.
Oh, what's going on, Billy?
I figured you two had a lot to talk about, so I let you guys grow the grass,
Yeah,
set
we
the
do.
field, and
We
I
did.
put my cleats
Yeah.
on, and I'm just ready to play, man.
Yep. So
So let me just
go ahead,
give
go
let
ahead,
me just
bro.
give Bentley a quick let me just give Bentley a quick update. So we've talked about the requirement of Nate putting into a Google Doc
Hmm.
um, an onboarding workflow discussion and starting off with the current workflow that is set up for onboarding in the platform that's already there, right? And whatever changes he feels needs to be made in terms of maybe additional information, or maybe we don't need everything that's there, that he would kind of walk through that and then tell us what the final workflow should look like in terms of onboarding. Then we talked about once we've got that piece of it, what questions will they be answering to onboard on the platform? Then we wanted to walk through the entire workflow, including the subscription billing process. And that's really important because they're getting a free trial for 30 days. That free trial has to uh, automatically, with no manual intervention, then move right into them subscribing to the platform, right? So it's got to capture some data and stuff up front from them. And then it's also that welcoming email that kind of welcomes them to the system, and how well that articulates to them, hey, what's about to happen? What is the 30-day trial? How long is that going to last? And then what happens after the 30-day trial? And if you want to cancel for whatever reason, this is how you go about doing it. But also during that 30-day trial, you know, I wanted him to talk a little bit about um, explaining to them that this is a partnership with them, that we are just rolling this platform out, right? And that he needs to have a clear message to them that you are part of a partnership here. We're going to be working with you, but at the same time, you're going to be one of the early adopter users. So you may find some things that you need to tell us that we want to hear, so we can make changes and upgrades and the whole nine yards. So I just really wanted him to take that first stab at what that should look like, and that you and I will help kind of finish it up for him.
All right.
Um,
Thanks.
and then
Thanks.
finally, I told them that up front that there needs to be some type of ingestion of the current 21 LOIs data that he's already received. Um, how do we ingest that into the Qme, into the Humans Hired platform. So that's all we had talked about so far, Bentley.
No, I figured that was the conversation you guys was gonna have, but
Yep.
I want to smooth some of the edges a little bit on what
Yeah.
um,
Thank you,
in
brother.
terms of the workflow. So I'm just going
Okay.
to kind of share my
Yep.
screen. If somebody gives me
Okay.
the ability to share, I'll share my screen. Because there's everything you've said, Neil, is making sense. But I've automated a lot of that for Nate. So
Amen. I
there's
knew
a
you
lot
had.
of less kind of lifting, carrying, repositioning.
Yeah.
This stuff is almost fully automated. He can add on it, he can build on it, he can adjust it. So I just need to kind of get into that a little bit.
Yeah.
So Nate, on our system, I talked to you about this last week briefly. There are two type. Are we recording this? Because this could be something.
Yeah, we are. We are.
Okay. So there's two type of onboarding we have on ecosystem. One is what we call a private onboarding, or what we call a close onboarding, right? What does that mean? And then we have an open onboarding. What does that mean, right? Close onboarding is the client. I'm not sharing my screen yet, but let me go there because that would be helpful. Like a CDFI, let me start from the beginning to show you guys this, right? You see an Ignite, right? CDFI. Ignite
Yes, we
CDFI
see it.
wanted to, yeah, Ignite CDFI wanted to do what we call a close onboarding. They don't want anyone from the public just to come on the platform, join, and begin using anything. Are you with me?
Mhm.
So they've developed what we call a close onboarding, which you'll see there is they have a get started form. Are you so far? Can you see that, Nate?
Yes.
Where they are taking first name, last name, business email, phone number, organization name, if they have an organization and stuff like that. They can put all of that in, and then they wanted to capture those basic information on them, business needs timeline, because of what these company provides, right?
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have business stage. Are they a startup? They've been in business for more than 2 years? They've been in business for more than 5 years. That gives them a picture of their market longevity, right? And
Mm-hmm.
then you go into the programs that CCEDC is providing, CDFI is providing to its customers. These list of programs right now, they may expand, they may reduce. It's up to them, right? And a
Mm-hmm.
client can then say, "Hey, man, I want all, or I want this too." Right here is where I have some needs. I want access to loan. And once they do that and create these things, and they go and add any additional information they want, they submit this. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Then once they submit this, you say, "Well, what happens next?" What happens next is this entry form enters the ecosystem into what we call the assistance hub environment. Can you guys see my screen?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
All right. And once it enters the client assist hub environment, you will land on this dashboard. The dashboard will say that, hey, you have one client, two clients, three client, 10 client, 50 client, 100 client who has completed the get started environment, right? The client, they get to go in and approve that client. This one here, I approve just to show you guys what was going on, right? And you can approve them. And if you approve it, the system automates a welcome email that we will work through for Humans Hire. That's if you go that route. And it says, "Hi, John. You are approved to work with us. And here is your temporary login, password, get in and begin your process with us," right? That's because we are now inviting the customer because the system is onboarding them that way, right? And then once they're on board, when they come in, I'll show you what it looks like for them. The next thing is they can say deny. Ignite wanted a feature where they can say we rejected or denied at this point. An automated letter goes back to John and said, "Hey, John, thank you for connecting with us. However, at this point, Ignite will not be able to help you. We'll keep your information on file, and you can try again in the future." Why did Ignite want this control? Ignite doesn't want 50,000 clients in the ecosystem that they're not transacting some kind of services to. Does that make sense, gentlemen?
Mhm. Yep.
Hello?
Yep.
Okay. I just need to know you guys follow me because I don't want to repeat this again. I don't have the bandwidth, right?
Yep.
So Ignite doesn't want that to happen. So Ignite is saying, hey, we want to control who we work with, and every single person we take on to work with, we can help them.
Mhm.
Very different model, right? So once Ignite help the customer, me, Ignite, which is an admin, can come in and can see this customer and they can go right to this customer workflow, is what you're saying here. And every single customer has an Ignite client onboarding flow, which eventually becomes what we call a monthly report. But the first time it generates it, it's doing this: needs assessment report, next step action plan, and recommendations. So the system takes what they've done, the intake form, and when they've completed their profile, everything they put inside of it, including the website, and it develops an entire knowledge base around that business. And then it uses our AI tool to generate an entire assessment report for the customer.
Mm.
The needs assessment, where their strength is, their executive summary, business overview. There'll be market analysis, audits, you name it, man. We've covered all kinds of data nodes that can be generated, and they will have this report. It even captures like overall readiness of that business, right? This is it really kind of and then there's a section you'll see appear here today that says, hey, I saw you said you want loans. So it will capture what we call their needs assessment. It'll capture the market analysis. It'll capture the audit, right? Along with everything you've seen here right now. We are about to deploy the second round of code today to finish this off this afternoon. You will see the rest of the report. So this is like 2/3 of the report right now. We were testing, right? So now you can see what a client gets almost in real time, man. The system generates this in less than a minute and puts it in the client. You as the admin or I would say humans hire admin can see this, and guess who else can see it? The client can see it.
Oh wow.
Okay, imagine
Yeah.
a client can get this when they come on humans hire, bro. In less than 2 minutes, you're giving them a McKinsey level
Yeah.
full assessment and workflow of how you can help them, what you can do with them. This is what the system is able to do.
Amazing.
Then you can go in and assign your support team. So you see here, I create some dummy environment, which I'll expand later on, but you'll create an environment. The client can see this, you can see this. The client can see, here's my support team. I've got Nathan Dillard. I've got this person. I got for workforce training. I got for grants.
Right.
I got this person as my support team person, right? That's just the
Yep.
support team staff, I'm going to call them. Then the system has another layer, which is resource partners. So you can meet the team, and then you can go into the system as we build this out. We will put all the resource partner instead of your network, right?
Wow.
The AI then looks at the resource partner profile and say, okay, John is asking for X, Y, and Z. I see you have 50 resource partners. Here is the top 5 that is relevant to support John.
Wow.
You can automate that report going to John, or you, Nate, can control humans hire, deciding which one to share with John.
Yeah.
You can automate it, or you can what I call human control the AI output. Okay. And I think right now, most clients, I'm suggesting to use the human control AI output because you want to qualify the resource before you put it out, because this is still in the early stage, right?
Yeah.
You don't want a resource to go to a customer and you're like, oh, shoot, that's not what I wanted to give them, right? You need to start qualifying the stuff. After a while, you may turn the automation on, right? So that happens. And then you say, well, great. I can give them resource, I can assign resource, and you now can pull in collaborators. You have the ability inside of the communication hub to pull in collaborator groups, partners, mentors, subject matter expert to work around a client, around a project, specifically around just that project.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a staff people, they're there all the time. If you pull in a collaborator or a resource partner to support a client or task, once you say the task is done, they drop off. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
They're no longer in the system bogging you down trying to see what your customer is doing. Okay. They fall off. They've met their goals. They've delivered what you want them to deliver for the customer. Let's say a customer wants grants, and you take your grant lady and you tie it
Mm-hmm.
into the customer. Once she's finished the process, you can see every communication with her, what's going on with the whole workflow of this, right? You can see everything going on, right?
Right.
You can actually see the whole communication flow. You can see if she's gonna write them a grant, and now you like, okay, Jack, John, you guys good? Everybody, right in the chat, you can say these things, right? Right in here,
Mm-hmm.
you can say everybody is good, everybody's ready to work, fine. I'm gonna approve this and close this ticket. Boom, you close it right in the chat, and now the collaborator doesn't have to be there anymore, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you want to keep it open for whatever reason because you want that collaborator to continue service this client, you can leave it on. All right. If you don't, you can remove them, and now you just continue to support the client with the core team. You get my point?
Yep.
All right. As you can see here, when the client report came in, look what happened. It also shows the report in the chat.
Yeah.
All right, in the chat, the report support agent generated this report, what date it generated the report, what the report is saying. So you can see the report in the report side, but you can also see it right in the chat as well. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You can see any communication that they've been having above that. If you see that interaction in between when AI answer a question, if it's this staff member Samuel answer the question, you can see when he's engaging in the environment. This is fully interactive, gentlemen. Okay, so why all of this is important? I don't need to go much further in this. Every portal, let me just make sure everyone is on the same page for to the point Gaylord brought up. Qme Local have made this what I call 6 or 7 steps. You see here?
Yeah.
One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7 steps here, right?
Yep.
We call this a standardized workflow.
Nice.
It's a
Nice.
standardized workflow. Every portal that is spun up, including Humans Hire, including Qme Local, every client has to go through this standardized workflow.
Okay.
Otherwise, how are we supporting the client? How are you connecting them to resource? How are
Right.
you making sure that they're not just a social type user, but you are really delivering value to them, Nate? No
Right.
one cares about social media. Everybody have social media, bro.
Yeah, exactly.
Clients are looking for help. They need
Mm-hmm.
you to do something for them, help them with something, turn the business revenue on, provide some kind of service for them so they can grow. And we need them to do that because we generate money when they do
Good money.
that.
Yes.
Right? We don't make no money because we just sign up 50,000 clients to act like they're on a social platform on QME.
Yeah.
That doesn't work, right? Well, what value is that for us? Yeah, we got 50,000 businesses on there. I mean, unless you come on the platform and you're just a resident,
Mm-hmm.
uh, you don't need you have to pay to start engaging with the system.
Yep.
So when I look at the model and I saw what Humans High is doing on QME, Nate,
Yep.
you have some decision to make. The
Yeah.
decision is do I think today
Mm-hmm.
Humans Higher should start a model workflow similar to an Ignite
Yeah.
because you need to control the people you bring in on
Mm.
and understand how you servicing them, are you servicing them, and how we can transact them. Otherwise, Nate, you throw them on the platform, 30 days comes up, Qme wants to build them, and a bunch of people is pissed off.
Yeah, so I agree. I agree. I think it should be the same way for people who are getting like the connect a website or launching their own ecosystem. But if it's just like a standard user, like somebody who just wants to come in and just like create a user profile, I don't think they should go through this step.
No, 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 no. Let me explain. So I showed you the closed environment. Let's talk about the open environment. Okay. So the
Yes.
open environment, which is like a Qme local, if humans hire decided wants that environment,
Right.
humans hire can go for an open environment. You follow where I'm going, right? You can go with an open environment and
Hmm.
say, well, I just want someone to click join today. They come here, they create an account. When they
Hmm.
create that account, the system will take them to a dashboard. This is what I want you to begin working through with
Yeah.
us. If you want an open environment will do this. However,
Hmm.
the moment they land on a dashboard, the system then says, the moment they land on a dashboard, there has to be some kind of information we need from them that will activate
Hmm.
this step. Either it is them
Yeah.
completing a profile. In that profile has what we call intake needs analysis of whatever they're saying that they want. You see what I'm saying to you?
Hmm. Hmm.
So they might be doing this and that together because your workflow might have spin around differently. You have an open environment, then they create an account, they log in. So this is where we go into your workflow and we make some small adjustment in the beginning stage if it's an open environment. You get my point?
Yeah.
Open environment, step one will be create an account, join, right?
So I have a
After they create
question.
an account, go ahead.
So you know when like in the past when somebody would create a profile, they would have to like fill out all this information to generate their profile. Um, could that launch like because like before they even get to the dashboard, they have to fill out like their name and their put their image and all that. Could that launch this workflow?
Yes, yes, exactly. That's why we need to plan. This is what I think Gillard was telling you we need to
Right.
do.
Yeah, so I'm gonna write out some steps because
Okay.
like
We need to know. And I think you should look at Ignite, what they're doing, because some of the things could help you.
okay, I
And
agree.
then what you need to do, Nate,
Oh, I like
is
this. I like this whole flow. I just want to have a separate between a standard user that's just like a one-off person or somebody who's getting an environment, right? I think there's a
well,
difference.
this is what I'm saying to you. That all happens in the funnel steps you create for that.
Yes.
You see this, you need to go and look at this. When you
Yes.
get a chance and you see we have some
Yes, I
standard
saw that.
business intake form, you need to go and
Yes.
look at this.
I saw that.
However, this intake form doesn't have the section that's called needs analysis. You see this form piece?
Yes.
You see this part, this portion right here?
Yes.
The it may have, you need to cross-reference it, and make sure you understand an area where you're asking the business if they want what they want, if it doesn't already have it. I think it may have it. You need to,
Mhm.
basically what I'm saying to you is you and Gaylord have to spend some time walking through this form
Yeah.
and see if this is adequate for humans hire.
Right. Okay.
Because the humans hire so basically they join and it says create your profile. Are you with me?
Hmm.
It walks them through this stage. Now, before this, let me explain to you. Before this, there's a two little boxes that appears. One says create your profile environment, right?
Hmm.
Um, one box says just a user. You need to help us shape what the language will say. We'll just say just following the environment, the community, right?
Hmm.
They're just following the community for now, right?
Hmm.
And when they click that, the system moves them to the dashboard. They
Right.
don't have an environment like this.
Yeah.
They end up like over here. Let me make
Yeah.
sure you understand. They end up
Yeah.
over here or
Yeah.
the
On the
content
user page.
environment, wherever we want them to end up. You can decide where we want them to land, right? They
Yeah.
can end up over there. They're just users.
Yeah.
they cannot create anything.
Right.
They cannot do anything. If they want to do anything, they have to then upgrade to a business user.
Yes.
They
Okay.
have to upgrade to become a business user, right? At
Hmm.
that point in time, when they upgrade to become a business user, You see, the system will do they will then walk them through the creation. Where is it at? This one, right? They'll walk them through the creation of their profile the minute they want to be a business user or organization, right? They'll walk them through this stage. Once they complete that, the system then generates and bring them into this client management hub. And now they can see create account, right? Business user intake, right? Because this is client intake, a soft intake, right? So this will be a business user intake, right? Then it will say, okay, I need to call Phil in a minute. He's
Yeah,
blowing me up
yeah. Go
already.
call him. Go call him.
Let me finish this. First log in, they can see that. Then they've come, it will show because the order is going to be slightly different, the workflow. You see what I'm saying to you?
Yep.
Once you and Gila nail this, we'll rearrange this workflow because that workflow here is completely dynamic and agile. What does
Okay.
that mean? We
Yeah.
can move this around, we can change it, we can add steps in between there. But generally, you'll follow the same things.
No, I think it's good the way it is. I just want to make sure I'm gonna write some stuff down from this.
No, based on what you're saying, the step flow is different.
Okay.
You guys just established that because you're saying they may not be a business user, they may
So
be just a regular.
you remember like in the old Qme where like you would come in the platform, you say, "Am I a business or am I this?" And then you click it, and it'll just take you down like intake path. Um, there's
You
like
can,
this.
yeah, if that's in your intake flow.
Yeah,
No, well, let me go back. This has changed. It
yeah,
will be, it will work where's human side? It will
yeah,
work like this.
yeah, exactly.
After this, you can decide what happens next,
Yeah, what path? Exactly. Yep.
right? And they have to choose a path. If
Yes.
they are if they are a non-business, they'll say that and they'll just
Mm-hmm.
become a user with a simple profile, and all they
Right.
can do is engage content, and they can upgrade if they want to become a business user.
Yes.
Continue as a business user, right? They can now continue. You need to map out that entire workflow. That's what we are saying on this call.
That's what I'm gonna start working on.
Because if you miss those steps and you don't know what's going on, then we lose control of what you're trying to make the portal do. Does that make sense?
Yes.
All right. Now, if they say they want to continue as a business user or organization, right? At that point in time, that form may look like this. And you will
Mm-hmm.
decide what you want that form to say or
Exactly.
do.
Yeah, pretty much like that right there.
Pretty much like that, right? Once
Mhm.
they complete
And
this
that's the one
form,
that's already in the human tired.
exactly. But you may make some adjustment, Nate. I don't know.
Yeah.
You
Yes.
keep agreeing with me, but I'm saying there's gaps. I
Right.
don't want you to agree with me. I want you to qualify what I'm saying 100%. Because,
Okay.
bro, 2 weeks from now, you guys not coming back and say, oh, add this, build this. This is
Yeah.
not work. We got to figure it out now,
Yep. Okay.
right? So what I'm saying to you, once that's done, let's say this form is completed, right?
Yes.
Then the client is moved to this space. They can see they've joined. They can see they've completed their profile and intake, right? And
Mhm.
now the system generates the needs assessment for them. You
Okay.
get my point?
Yes.
And you can assign a support team. You can begin doing all of the other steps. I think for you, if you're doing an automated workflow, some
Right.
of these, the first three flow may change somewhat, is what I'm saying to you. I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Yes.
I feel like I'm
No,
repeating.
you are making sense.
Like you see, there's a managed backend. Can you see that?
Yes.
Literally, there's a managed backend where I'll show you, we can go in and we
Yes.
can manage that entire environment.
Okay.
We can go in and we can manage that entire environment, how to manage that, right?
So I do have to drop because I have another call coming up, but I want to know, Gaylor, could you send me this recording?
Yes, I will.
Appreciate it.
Yep.
And Bentley, I'll be working on that. Can I get it to you guys by Wednesday?
No, the ball is in your court. I don't mind when you get it to us. You can get it to me next month if you want.
Okay, yeah,
I care. What I'm trying to tell you is we cannot have
yeah,
people just joining this platform right now.
yeah.
You
Makes sense.
this
Makes sense.
you need to deactivate these things because it will be broken. Until you create your workflow and you're ready to onboard people, this should not be on your system.
Uh,
That's really what I'm saying.
uh,
You can see why I'm telling you not to do that, right?
yeah, I can
Bro,
see.
we'll end up with unhappy customers. And you
Yeah,
would ask me to partner with you on this, and I can't let you make a mistake that will be problematic for us. Just to
yeah,
close this out, once you do this,
yeah,
along the way, they are starting their free trial that we talk about, right? They start their free trial, and the free trial completely explained to them that they're going to get 30 days to be able to use these tools.
yeah.
After 30 days, they will be billed. That
Right,
entire workflow is tied into what we are talking about here.
right. That makes sense.
Okay, so they'll get 33-day trial. They can now, once the client comes in, they can use the website, they can connect the website, they can use the AI studio to create content, they can create newsletters, they can do all this stuff that the system can do, that we allow in that free subscription. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Once the 30 days is done, I'm not chasing you down talking about, well, 30 days is up, let's go call the client. The client already understands it. After 30 days, if they don't cancel,
Yeah.
they can go in at any time within that 30 days and they'll see on their account, they can just cancel subscription.
Mm-hmm.
And the system will automatically downgrade them to just a simple user.
Okay.
You with me? But if they don't do that and they continue to use it, the system begin billing them that $399 a month.
Okay.
Are
Yeah,
we all on
that
the
is
same
399. I thought it was 300.
300, whatever. Yeah,
Okay.
299, right?
Perfect. Perfect.
Whatever that is, right?
Yep.
Are we on the same page, gentlemen?
Yes.
Yep.
Is Gail, you
Okay,
good, Gail?
All right, Nate.
the only thing that I want to say to you, Bentley, is I know you have a lot going on, but I was just wondering if you could have one of your team connect the domain, the delegate access domain.
Oh yeah, yeah. We're gonna work on that this week as well.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, yeah, but I need that roadmap, man. I mean,
Well,
connecting domain.
I'm gonna work on it. Like
I'm
I'm getting on.
afraid we connect the domain and you don't have workflow, and we don't. First,
No, I'm on it today.
you need to take this down until you have your workflow implemented.
All right.
Yeah, because you don't want 50 people, 100 people to go up there and sign up, and you
Mm-hmm.
don't have nothing to give them. It's bad business, man, all the way around.
Yep.
All right. I'm gonna run. I'm gonna run. Thank you.
All right, guys.
Nate, call me.
Adios.
Call me when you get a chance.
Yes,
I
sir.
will, sir. I will. All right. Let me call Theo.
All right.
Oh, you talking to me or Ben?
Later.
Okay, bye.
Huh?
You telling me to
What'd you
call
say,
you?
Nate? Yeah, I want you to call me, Nate, when you get a chance later on this afternoon. Okay?
Oh, not me. Not me. Nate.
No, not you. I need to talk to Nate.
Sounds good.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you for
All right.
clarifying that. I thought it was me you wanted.
All right, guys.
No,
All
I'm
right,
working
Nate.
on a list of stuff that you already gave me. I don't need to
Let's
talk to
rock
you
and
no
roll.
more.
Let's rock and roll, fellas. Send
Because
this
every
thing
time I
on.
talk to you, I get 10 more things to do. I don't want to talk to you today.
All right.
It's
Later.
not the truth. Oh my God. Oh, all right, bro. Bye.